everyone, welcome to my very first wig styling tutorial. I'm very excited to be doing this. I figured while we're all kind of cooped up and self-isolating that I can create some content that you can follow along with at home and do to your own wig or to your own hair. Today's hairstyle that we're going to be focusing on is just a classic 80s kind of glam rock hairstyle. Think of maybe like Gene Simmons from Kiss or Cher. Cher is really kind of the reference that I'm using for this hairstyle in particular. So I just want to kind of start off by saying that I did not go to hair school, but all of this information that I'm going to be giving to you is just from my own experience. I do have lots of hairstyling experience though. I've styled wigs for Crystal Method on Drag Race Season 12. And I style wigs for myself all the time. So anything that I say is purely because I have done and taught myself through trial and error. So obviously you're gonna need hair. You can do this on your own hair if you are blessed with long, luscious locks. I obviously do not have long, luscious locks, so I'm going to be using a wig that I bought on Amazon. Make sure that if you're not using a human hair wig, that you're using a heat-resistant synthetic wig. There's no use in spending like hundreds of dollars on a wig when you can find one just as good for literally $45. So we are going to need a few tools. First and foremost, you're going to need a teasing comb. I've had this teasing comb from Conair for literally like 4 years. You can tease with just a regular comb, but it doesn't really give the same effect. I also like to use this one because it has a pointed edge and you can use it to kind of section hair or stab your wig head. Next up, you're definitely going to need some hairspray. I use this Got To Be Glue, just like any good drag queen would. Duckbill clips. You're going to need these just to hold the curls in place while they cool. I have a whole container just because I've acquired a whole bunch over the years and then I lose them and I don't know where they are and then I buy more and then I find them. So just make sure you have at least like 12 of these guys. You might need a paddle brush. All of my paddle brushes do not have handles because I'm very rough when I style hair. Okay, so for this specific type of hairstyle, you can use curlers. I myself am not a huge curler fan just because I don't think I've quite mastered how to use them correctly, so I love using a curling iron. So this is a 0.75 Paul Mitchell gold curling iron. I recommend that you get a size very similar to this. I wouldn't really go any bigger than like an inch barrel size. The smaller the barrel, the smaller the curl, and the tighter to the scalp it will be. I have my heat setting put on 340. I believe that is like the highest heat setting that a heat-resistant synthetic wig will hold. So make sure that you don't have it too hot because it will melt your wig and that's not good. And then my favorite thing to have while styling wigs is some snacks or a good old cup of coffee. It is not a difficult hairstyle to achieve, but it is very time consuming. So it's good to make sure you have some go-go juice, something to keep you going. Let's begin. I have this small piece of fabric that goes all across the lace and I pinned into the fabric just so that I don't rip the lace when I go to take the pins out. First off, if you're doing like a Marcel wave or like a coiffed curl, you curl the hair in all one direction. With this type of style, the curls are kind of sporadic. What we're going to do is we're just going to take a small section of hair. I'm talking maybe at most an inch wide and then no more than like half an inch deep. They're gonna be very small sections of hair that we're curling. That is how we get the type of style that we're wanting. You're just going to grab your section of hair, layers around the face of the wig or like the front part of the wig. I'm actually going to curl away from the face, so when I go to curl, I'm going to curl it this way. Super, super easy. You just take that little section of hair and then you just wrap the curl around the curling iron. And we're just going to hold it there for probably 15 seconds. Just kind of touch the top of the hair, and when the outermost layer of the hair is warm, almost too warm to touch, that's when you know that it's probably good to take off of the iron. Once it's off the iron, you're going to just put a horsebill clip or a duckbill clip in the curl, in the inside of the curl to keep its shape and let it cool. Whenever it becomes cool, the style holds. I'm just going to go ahead and curl all of the face framing layers back. My slippers keep getting caught on the cord. Look how cute they are, the little koalas. And my feet were sweaty. Like I said, it is going to be very time consuming just because you have to have such small sections of hair. You can put on some music or your favorite TV show and kind of use that as background noise as you curl. Everyone's been talking about it, but Tiger King is really freaking funny. We, in my hometown, back home where I'm from, obviously that's a hometown, we had like a little zoo kind of like that, but the people weren't as crazy. But instead of tigers, they had a bunch of different monkeys. I have finished curling the face framing section of my wig. Now we're going to do the whole, basically the whole thing in a kind of random curling pattern. There's really no rhyme or reason to how you should curl for this type of style because it is so chaotic. One curl, this first curl is actually going towards the face, so it's curled this way rather than this way. And then since I curled that one forward, I think I'm gonna curl this one backward. This one I'm actually curling to the side. I'm not curling front or back. Some of these curling tips that I've got are actually from Gigi. At one time I saw a wig that she had done, but hers was human hair, so I mean it was probably much more expensive. She can style some wigs, man. I think she gets a lot of hers from Amazon too. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure she said that. Once you have the whole thing curled, it's really smooth sailing from there. So I've finally got like the front half of the head curled. As you can tell, it's kind of crazy looking. They're all over the place. They're all different directions, but that is what you want. I promise, it'll make more sense when this is all done. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and finish the back of the head.
1 hour later.
I literally used all of the hair clips that I had, and I actually still had to pull some from the front and put them in the back. So I'm done curling all of the hair. Oh, you're probably like, Daya, what the actual It does look, it looks very crazy. If it looks insane, you are doing it 100% correct. What you want to do is just take your hairspray and really just rotate the whole thing, get all of those curls, and we're gonna just let that sit for a few minutes, and then we will start picking out each of the clips one by one. I actually do this step with my hands. Just split the curl, and it might feel a little chaotic and look a little messy, but that is okay because you want a lot of volume. This is what you're gonna do for each little section. As you go, you will recognize that all of the messiness starts working together and becomes cohesive. One trick that Daya and Michelle actually taught me is if you want the curls, if you notice the curls are too loose and they almost look like they're falling over or they're not tight enough to the head, grab the curl and with your fingers make like a scissor and just kind of tease it down towards the scalp. Okay, so now that we have the curls really brushed out, it might feel like it's kind of unkept. That is where our clips are going to come back into handy and our hairspray is really going to be put to use. I like to wear this style pulled back on one side. If you saw the Get Dusted movie, I did this with the pink wig. But I know on my face, the right side of my face looks better with a bang than the left side of my face. So I want the curls to kind of fall to my right side. And what you're going to do is just take your teasing brush and pull the side back, start brushing it back, and you should see the texture of the wig or of your hair become straight. And I'm going to pull one of my pins, pin that flat back, just so those curls really kind of stick back there. And then you're just gonna work your way up towards the center of the wig head. Same thing on the front. I'm just going to pull it back, start brushing it towards the back of the head, clip it. I'm going to start manipulating the hair towards the right side of my face. This is where the bangs are kind of going to lay. Right now I'm going to try to kind of move some of the curls that are laying just by kind of combing them and teasing small sections of them. Just drop my comb. Remember, you're still wanting some curls to be seen on this side. That's what gives it the like crazy voluminous effect. And it's doing pretty much what I'm wanting it to do. I am going to get my Got To Be Glued hairspray. Now, as you spray this, it's going to create kind of like a coating on top of the hair. It's easy to kind of stick the curls to each other to give it more of a definite shape rather than so sporadic and frizzy. It almost gives me like Sandy from Grease, that kind of vibe. It's pretty much in the shape that we're wanting it to be in. I'll give it one more spray, and then I'm gonna go put it on with my makeup and my outfit. This is like our 80s glam rock, kind of rocker girl hair. And yeah, this is what it looks like all put together. Alrighty guys, so this is pretty much the entire look. Like I said earlier, really reminiscent of Kiss or Cher. It's really fun, it's really easy to do. It's also one of those hairstyles that if you are going out and dancing a lot or getting a little too crazy, it's pretty easy to put back into its original form. If you have any requests on hairstyles for future videos, please let me know. Find me on Instagram, find me on Twitter, DM me, let me know those styles that you want to see. I think right now, with all the craziness going on, it is extremely important to focus on positive things in your everyday life, whether that be a phone call with a friend that you haven't talked to in a long time, or even just hearing one of your favorite songs on the radio. I would like you to message me and let me know something positive that's going on in your life, and I will share that in my next video just to spread some love. It is important that we are taking care of our mental health. There are plenty of resources available online. I know that BetterHelp.com is a platform that many people have talked about. If you're feeling a little stuck, that is there, and that is what it is for. I had a great time filming this video, and I can't wait to make more. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Mwah!